My body clock will continuously run through a 24-hour cycle. So I might be up for a couple weeks at 2 a.m. and continuously stay up throughout the day and then be exhausted, and then a bit of time will pass and I might wake up at 4 a.m. This is regardless of what time I go to bed. When you don't sleep, that creates a number of problems in your daily life that maybe most people don't realize. If you're always tired, dealing with the small things becomes harder. There are 100 things that go on as a consequence of not sleeping. I would be in school and exhausted, by 9 o'clock because I've been up since midnight because I slept for 2 hours. This is a consequence of the shifting clocks. I can remember being prompted, wake up, and of course, all of the questions that happen as a result of that, as a kid, you don't necessarily understand because you don't have the life experience to know that your sleep pattern is abnormal. As I started to grow older, I began to develop some coping mechanisms, taking naps where I could, kind of trying to regulate my own sleep cycle just by sleeping whenever the opportunity came across. But that really, as you begin to work and take on other responsibilities, becomes impossible. Prior to coming here to Louisiana Center for the Blind, I was an IT professional for a nonprofit in Providence. There were periods of time at work where come 3 o'clock, I was just done, and my boss was very understanding, fortunately, most of the time, and I was able to, sometimes go home, sometimes work earlier in the morning because I was awake anyway, and then other times I would just come home from work and literally sleep from the time that I got home to the time I was supposed to be at work and wake up and go to work. So it was tough. I'm tired mostly in the evening when people want to do social things. So it really does affect my life socially really heavily. I'm exhausted by 8 or 9 o'clock most times, and that's when most people are getting active, getting ready to go out and do things. I want to go to bed. It took a weight off my mind to finally have a diagnosis of non-24. If you are a totally blind person without light perception and you have sleeping problems, you should visit the site 24sleepwake.com. There's a lot of information on that site, frequently asked questions, things you might read that'll ring bells for you. Sleep conditions today are still undervalued in terms of the effect they have on people's lives, and non-24 certainly is one, at least for me, that affects my life every day. I would encourage those who have sleeping problems to do research, keep up to date with what's going on, because if there is a solution that's approved someday, it will change your life. And that's what I'm hoping for.